Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN Television News. GBN covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd. The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
This is Network News for Monday, May 26th of 2025. I'm Stasia Blake. In the headlines tonight, St. Andrew family escapes death as a mango tree crashes into their home as they sleep. Mary G. vessel drifts into Venezuelan waters after engine troubles on the high seas. Grenada Postal Corporation workers downed tools, claiming unsafe working conditions at the Burns Point facility. And MWAG donates essential supplies to Victoria School for Special Education. In regional news, Maduro triumphs in Venezuelan election, boycotted by opposition. While internationally, Trump's tariffs top agenda at ASEAN summit in Malaysia. And coming up in sports, Haley Matthews shines despite T20 clean sweep by the English, while West Indies men avoided defeat in their ODI series with Ireland. We'll have all the details for you right after this message.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. The St. Andrews family is counting their blessings after a massive mango tree crashed onto their home early Monday morning, trapping one man and leaving their house in ruins. Rena Pierre-Thomas visited the family and filed this report.
I have to say, well, I thank God for life that I could see the family this morning, because time now so they would have been on mourning grounds for me.
What was meant to be the start of a fresh work week for Ronnie Mahan turned into a terrifying fight for survival in the early hours of Monday morning. Shortly after 1 a.m., a massive mango tree in the backyard of Ronnie's home in Munlong, St. Andrew, came crashing down onto the wooden structure he shares with his brother, completely destroying it and pinning Ronnie inside his bedroom. Ronnie shared details about the experience with the GBN News team.
In the heat of the sleep, I just hear this scuffle when I do things I catch myself. I just feel the house just start rattling, and when I take myself out, I know that I realize the tree just fall on top of the house, and I was trapped. I was trapped there, and my brother-in-law say he heard the wreckage. When he run out, he started bawling. That's my brother-in-law there. And when he think that he went and he called me brother, he called my sister, everybody for help. And they say, I'm telling them, look, Ronnie, sure Ronnie dead. So anything they know, they come and they started thing, they had to cut the flooring to get me out. And all I was bawling, I say, oh God, I need a little ease. My 2 foot, I getting pressure to build the house coming down on my 2 foot. And he had a piece of stump in the tree. That it was just over me like that. So if he didn't have that thing to stick in the ground and it come down, I would have been a dead man. The house was resting, some part of it was resting on the 2 back foot here. As you can see, I get a little wound in my head, little thing in my head. I got a little thing to the side by my bottom here, and I got a little jock to the back of the neck.
Ronnie was rushed to the Princess Alice Hospital with injuries to his head and severe pains across his body. The entire house was reduced to rubbles. Thompson Mahan, Ronnie's brother, said he and his 14-year-old nephew were also asleep in the house when the incident occurred. They are still traumatized by the frightening experience.
I lie down sleeping. I'm like a nephew. So I hear at the end I find the house just getting. When I get up and I want to see house on the ground, I have to pull out like a nephew there. When I call out Rani, I don't see Rani. When I watch Rani, they under something there. We have to when I pull out the car and he be out, wake good day, and I get up and then the father and them come up and they start to get changed something to cut out to take out Rani where he was there.
But the Mahan brothers weren't the only ones affected. The home of another relative and their children was also damaged. Thankfully, they escaped with minor injuries.
I hear this thing as I close back my eyes, I hear this thing going on and just blow out. So I say, me man, Lord, well, it all come to an end. It's when I wake up now and I open my eyes, I just run out. And when I run out, straight up inside Rani's house, and I start calling out to Rani. And when I look below the house, I see just a little space with Rani face outside, and I start crying. Everybody waking up the whole neighborhood. And same time everybody come out, I go in my van looking for people with chains to come to get Rani out. And I didn't even look at my house. My daughter and she baby was in the house. It's still this, when I come back from the hospital, when I get more bright, I went and I watched my house. And I realized I could have lose some of my family too.
Now, the family is trying to pick up the pieces, clearing the massive tree and salvaging what they can. They told GBN that members of the Royal Grenada Police Force and the Grenada Housing Authority have since visited and promised to assist in rebuilding what was lost. For Ronnie Mahan and his family, it's a miracle they're still here. And while the road to recovery may be long, they're holding on to faith, family, and the hope that help is on the way. Rena P. Thomas, GBN News.
Workers at the Grenada Postal Corporation are protesting what they say are unsafe working conditions at the Burns Point facility. Here's another report from Rena P. Thomas.
It's all tools down for workers at the Grenada Postal Corporation as employees at the Burns Point facility in St. George refuse to enter the building due to what they describe as hazardous and deteriorating working conditions. Approximately 30 staff members stood outside their workplace Monday morning wearing red ribbons. They have cited an infestation of mold, termites, and other long-standing health and safety concerns plaguing the building.
Building is moldy. It is also when you enter the building, it's sort of a stuffy because of the air quality. It is not good. It's not good enough air quality. And we were promised that we would have moved a long time ago, but it is not forthcoming. And we were promised again to be moved. But we are just trying to stake our claim today that we mean business. We want to move because persons are getting sick. Persons are getting sick with respiratory illnesses. Persons are getting sick with itching and watery eyes. The inside of the building, the roof is leaking. Ceilings are coming down. There are termites dropping everywhere. And we kind of just get fed up with that situation.
Everybody experiencing a lot of different stuff here because for like me, at my desk you have termite droppings, termites, and sometimes when the rain comes, it falls, it wets us. And if you have to use the washroom, the face basin have no water. At present, the face basin have no water. And every now and then the bathroom flood, and then the water inside is like toilet water coming from under. You understand? And that things we have to go through. I'll be going through that for a while. Like I could say, like I said before, I'm saying the management is bad, but it's time for them to step up and take interest in the workers as well, because if workers get sick, there will be nothing going on here.
Newly elected first vice president of the Public Workers Union, which represented the workers, Lyndon Ferre, told GBN News the situation has existed since during the COVID-19 pandemic. In early May, the union sent an official letter asking that, as a show of good faith, at least the administrative staff be relocated by May 23rd. Unfortunately, that request was not met.
It is unfair to the workers to have to be working in this condition. And as the Labour Code states, the workers have a right to remove themselves under Section 74(2)(e), which they did. We have had consultations with the GPC. We were hoping that this situation would not have escalated to this. However, we're still waiting on the GPC to give us some concrete evidence to show that they really, really care about the health and safety of these workers behind them. Because remember, the workers come here every day to give up their time and their expertise to GPC for 8 hours. It is unfair to them to have them working under these conditions and for so long. And we think that it is incumbent on the Grenada Postal Corporation to ensure that this issue is addressed expeditiously.
Faris says the working condition at the GPC building at Buns Point pose a serious risk to both employees and customers' health and must no longer be brushed aside.
We have been waiting on them. We gave them certain commitment as it relates to even using our building there. And we're still waiting. Again, I must say, yes, I would have inspected the proposed site. I had a long chat with Mr. Robinson and also Brother Adrian Francis. They are optimistic that very soon the workers would be posted there. But in the meantime, we cannot have the workers waiting for the building to be completed and then still being affected health-wise, right? So we ask the GPC hierarchy to address this and address it now, because the workers will not be going back inside under these conditions.
The GBN News team reached out to the General Manager of the Grenada Postal Corporation, Randall Robinson, for a response. Robinson, who is off island, indicated, and I quote, "I have been briefed by the acting accountant, who is managing in my absence, that the management team, along with some staff members and trainees, are engaged in serving the public as best they can in the circumstances. We therefore appeal to the public to bear with us as we work to have this matter resolved in the shortest possible time." Unquote. Rena P. Thomas, GBN News.
GBN is following reports that another vessel has encountered challenges on the high seas approximately 3 months after the Dolly C incident. Reports indicate that the Mary G vessel, which traverses the Grenada to Trinidad route, is said to be in Venezuela. Reports are that the engine stalled and the boat drifted on its way from Trinidad last week Thursday. GBN was also told that the owners and/or operators of the vessel must make an undisclosed payment to the Venezuelan Port Authority before the vessel will be released. GBN contacted the Royal Grenada Police Force Public Relations Department and was informed that they are gathering information regarding this matter, and that once that is complete, a press release will be issued. Meanwhile, Dolly C remains lodged just off Point Salines after hitting a reef on March 8th. GBN will also provide an update on that incident, as well as a report on a missing man, reportedly not seen or heard from after a trip to Hong Island on the weekend. The Victoria School for Special Education received a donation from the Media Workers Association of Grenada, MWAG, earlier today, aimed at supporting the day-to-day needs of students and staff. Details in this Nisha Paul report.
The donation, which includes toiletries, cleaning supplies, non-perishable food items, bottled water, Lucozade, and solar lights, was warmly received by the school's administration and students, who expressed sincere gratitude for the timely contribution. The initiative is a collaborative effort between the Media Workers Association of Grenada, MWAG, and the organizers of the first ever Classic Lighting Invitational Sports Meet, which was recently held at the Kirani James Athletics Stadium. President of MWAG, Kalistra Ferrer, highlighted the organization's commitment to giving back to the community and supporting vulnerable groups.
We have a long history of supporting children. We adopted the Queen Elizabeth Home years ago and made annual donations and spent time with the children. And so this year, when we participated in the Classic Lighting Invitational Sports, we were awarded some gifts of toiletries and foodstuff and solar lights and so. And we had to choose an organization, an institution that we would like to donate it to. And so our choice was to donate it to the Victoria School for Special Education. Of course, it's a school that is special to me because it's my hometown. They are in my hometown. And so it was a pleasure to be able to give them these gifts, and hopefully it can go a little way in helping to make the children's lives a little bit easier.
Principal of the Victoria School for Special Education, Ms. Nikisha Sylvester, expressed her appreciation for the support, noting how the donation will benefit both students and staff.
We just want to say a big thank you to the Media Workers Association of Grenada and Classic Lighting for the contribution that they have made today. We are going to put it into good use. Our students would be delighted to have it, as we always, on a regular basis, have to provide meals for our students, hot meals, and sometimes breakfast. So these items will come in very handy, and we are eternally grateful for the same.
The donation marks another step in MWAG's broader outreach initiative, which focuses on enhancing community wellness through tangible support and advocacy. For the staff and students at the Victoria School for Special Education, the donation serves not only as material aid, but also a powerful reminder that acts of kindness can significantly impact the quality of education and care provided to special needs students. Reporting for GBN News, I am Nisha Paul.
This is news at 7. Coming up, NADMA to provide update on shelter inspections ahead of the Atlantic hurricane season. Stay with us.
Are you looking to further your education but need financial support? Arise Credit Union is here to help. With our educational loan, you can pursue your dreams. Whether you're working and studying, taking professional online courses, or engaging in full-time education, we've got you covered. Our flexible repayment options and competitive interest rates provide the right support for you on this journey. Visit Arise Credit Union. Apply today, take control today, and own your own education.
Need to check your bill balance? Use the Grenlec mobile app. Open the Grenlec mobile app and tap the icon labeled Balances at the bottom of the screen. View your bill details, including your current bill balance, the due date by which you must settle your bill, the amount and date of the last payment you made. It's quick, easy, and available 24/7. Convenience at your fingertips.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
Project Music presents Rhythms of Spice. Sunday, June 1st, 3 p.m., Comahan Park. Featuring student performances Alpha One, Cool Jazz Band, Co-op Band Comancheros, Lion Pride Percussions. Project Music with Tira Etienne, Shireen Brazan, Jeremy Hector, Javon Andrew, and Sonika McKee. With special guests, Hickson from St. Lucia. Get your tickets $60 on sale at Grenadian Optical, Art and Soul, Gittins Pharmacy, Grenville, and Go to Fed. More at the door. Children 12 and under free. Rhythms of Spice, Sunday, June 1st, 3 p.m., Comahan Park. Sponsors Co-op Bank, Renrick & Thompson, Hubbard's, Fire and Foods, Inter-Caribbean, True Blueberry Resort, Acado Grenada, Gabriel's Rentals, Andrews Construction, Supreme Sounds, DJ Danny, GBN, Boss FM, and Real FM. Absolutely no vending.
Grenada, the road to greatness continues. Catch the senior men's national team live at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium for 2 thrilling football clashes. Saturday, May 31st, it's a fiery international friendly as Grenada takes on Anguilla, just $20 admission. Then on Wednesday, June 4, it's our FIFA World Cup qualifier versus the Bahamas, $25 admission. Both matches kick off at 7 p.m. sharp. Come dressed, come loud, come proud. Style your national team, bring your posters, and show the world you are the 12th man. Let's pack the stadium, flood the stands, and roar together. Get your tickets now at the official GFA ticket outlets. Go to Fed.com or at the gate. Let's stand proud with Team Grenada. One island, one team, one goal.
Grenada, it's time to give praise while having fun and extraordinary family time. As PAWI, P-A-W-I, Grenada District presents Sports and Family Fun Day, Saturday, May 31st, 2025, Lasages Playing Field in St. David. It's going to be an exciting day filled with athletics, cricket, football, dominoes, cards, draft, and many more. There's always amazing deals. Flea market will be available together with a variety of eats and drinks on sale. Activity starts at 10 a.m., 10 in the morning, and goes until 6 p.m. Come out and be part of this wonderful day of fellowship as PAWI, Grenada District Sports and Family Fun Day, Saturday, 31st May. Don't miss out.
Home is easy, easy with Republic Bank.
Are you dreaming of owning your own home? With Republic Bank's Home Easy Loan, you're one step closer to making that dream a reality. With competitive rates, reduced fees, and up to 100% financing, Republic Bank makes owning your home simple and stress-free. Start your journey to independence, empowerment, and the joy of home ownership today.
Republic Bank, we're bringing home to you. Home easy. It's not just a mortgage, it's peace of mind.
Terms and conditions apply.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Megaforce Promotions is celebrating 25 years of bingo, and that calls for a huge celebration. So we're having a massive $120,000 cash and prizes mega bingo. Sunday, June 1st, the Kirani James Athletic Stadium car park comes alive. Get ready for big giveaways like free airline tickets, hotel day pass, supermarket shopping vouchers, free spa treatment, hello relaxation, and 300 free bingo t-shirts. Look out for live band music. Tickets are just $60 for one or $100 for two. We've got free buses island-wide, so no excuses. Even Granny can attend. Don't stick. Organize your crew for this massive event. Sunday, June 1st, Megaforce 25th Anniversary Mega Bingo is on.
Climate change is real. Storms are getting stronger and droughts are lasting longer. Are you prepared for what's ahead? At Grenada Cooperative Bank Limited, we want to help you protect your investments. Build for the future with a BFF loan. Make climate-smart upgrades and strengthen your home to withstand nature's unpredictability. Get 100% financing to build or purchase a home or make additions to your existing structure. Enjoy discounts on related loan fees and special benefits when you choose climate-resilient solutions. We are also offering financing of up to $50,000 unsecured for your home upgrades. Invest in renewable energy, energy-efficient appliances, water storage, and so much more. The time is now to ensure your investments can withstand climate change. Invest in your home, protect your family, and secure your future with a BFF loan. You have a BFF in Co-op Bank. Visit our website for more details. Terms and conditions apply.
Two of Calypso's powerhouse, Big J and Sour Supper, are launching for 2025. Calypso Power Launch on Saturday, June 7th at the Lasages Hand Court in St. David from 8 p.m. featuring Calypso, Toka Kaiso, and X-Tempo. Come hear Big J's new offerings for 2025. Plus Sour Supper celebrating 20 years this year. Plus Junior Monarch Morty, Royalty, Shamak, Calypso Monarch Innocent, The Great King Darius, Squeezy, Smallies, and more. All backed by the Heatwave Band with MC Senator Theater. Early bird tickets are $30. General admission $40. Available at Lixon Bikes, Grenadian Optical, St. David's Pharmacy, and Jew at Lotto in Grenville. Sponsored by Cocoa Breeze Bar, Hanky's Grenada, Kiskate, Chopstick, A-Bun Distributors, Tyrrell Bay Express, Paddy's Shipping, Wagiti Rental, and Dana's Tasty Food. Endorsed by the Spice Mass Corporation.
It happens to all of us. Low on cash and in need of money right away. Play Instacash Monday to Sunday and there are no draws.
So what you saying? No numbers to choose from?
Nope.
And no draw sessions to wait on?
Nope.
And we can play it anytime and any day?
Yep. Including Sundays. Instacash. Ask for it by name and choose from a wide variety of games as low as $2 and win instantly. It is fast, it is easy to play, and you win cash right away. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back. A powerful show of unity unfolded on Sunday as citizens joined the anti-drug and anti-violence march in southern Grenada. We get this report from Beverly Tellisford.
Participants in Sunday's anti-drug and anti-violence march included youth groups, police officers, and community leaders who came together under the initiative spearheaded by the Ministry of Social and Community Development. The march, held under the theme Drug and Violence Free Forever, started at the Sugar Mill Roundabout and proceeded to Lagoon Road, sending a strong message of unity and shared responsibility in creating a safer Grenada. It was launched in response to growing concerns over drug use and violent crime among the nation's youth. The first stop was near the Grandance Post Office, where participants paused for a press session and heard motivating speeches from several young voices. Billboards bearing the message Southside Together, Drug and Violence Free Forever have been placed at key points throughout the southern region to reinforce the campaign. Gracelyn Thomas, Community Development Liaison Officer for South St. George, highlighted some of the key concerns that sparked the march.
This march was all about stamping out drugs and violence, coming together, marching for one cause in one voice, because when we look at Grenada today, we hear of so much violence, we hear of shooting and knives fights and a lot of drug abuse, and we also have violence against children. So those are some of the things that we were marching against.
She also noted that the event brought together a wide range of stakeholders and expressed hope that the initiative will become an annual event.
I was somewhat happy with the turnout because we had a lot of persons coming out and supporting us, and on behalf of myself, the ministry and Nova Spark, together with the CRD and Child Protection and all of the other ministers, Minister Gloria Thomas and Minister Williams, of course he was there, and we had all of the youth parliament representing, and we thank them for coming out. We thank everybody for coming out, and we think that it was a success.
Reporting for GBN News, Beverly Tellisford.
Grenada celebrates African Liberation Day with culture, reflection, and unity. Rena Pierre-Thomas reports.
Grenada joined the rest of the African diaspora in commemorating African Liberation Day with a vibrant display of culture, education, and solidarity on Sunday, marking the historic struggles and achievement of African people across the globe. The celebration, held under the theme Reclaiming Our Identity, Strengthening Our Legacy, brought together government officials, cultural groups, students, and members of the public for a day of reflection and unity. The event featured drumming, traditional African African dance and spoken word performances, exploring the continuing impact of colonization and the importance of reconnecting with African heritage. Minister for Culture, Adrian Thomas, described the observance as a powerful reminder of the need to preserve African identity and history, particularly among younger generation.
Our African roots are not hidden. They are many times worn proudly in the sun, like the kente cloth from Ghana. And on this day, we join the global celebration, not just to celebrate, but to agitate, to mobilize, to educate, and to liberate. Brothers and sisters, as the mighty Kwame Nkrumah once said, we face neither east nor west, we face forward. Today, we must face forward. Not timidly, boldly, shoulder to shoulder with our African brothers and sisters who are once again rising to claim what is theirs.
Representative from the Nigerian community in Grenada emphasized the importance of honoring African resistance movement from the fight against slavery to the struggles for independence throughout the continent.
African Liberation Day is not just a commemoration of our past struggles, it is a call for action for the present and a beacon of hope for the future. It reminds us that the journey towards true freedom, freedom from oppression, freedom from systematic poverty and division continues. It urges us to stand together, not only as Africans, but as members of a global family, united by our shared heritage and collective aspirations.
Representatives from the Rastafarian community also spoke of the need to unite as African people.
So and I give thanks for all African Liberation Day, and I give thanks for all the violent warriors upon the battlefield who never give in, because here in Grenada it used to be on holiday on all African Liberation Day in the revolution. You know, and after the invasion, when the British tried to penetrate and tried to disrupt our unity, the family strength, you know, Rasta never give in, and I keep the fire burning. You know, I know that the world can see that everything that I've been saying has come to fruition. You know, so the rise of Africa is inevitable, as His Majesty said. Africa will no longer be the dark and unknown continent. For material and human resources is far beyond measure.
African Liberation Day, observed annually on May 25th, oriented from the first Pan-African Conference held in 1958 and continues to serve as a day of political and cultural significance throughout Africa and the Caribbean. Rena P. Thomas, GBN News.
A list of recommended shelters has been submitted to Cabinet for approval ahead of the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season. Beverly Telesford has the latest.
Emergency shelter inspections are complete, and a comprehensive report and list of recommended shelters have been submitted to Cabinet for approval. The update came from National Disaster Coordinator at the National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA, Dr. Terence Walters. The list is scheduled to be published on June 1st at the start of the Atlantic hurricane season. NADMA, through the National Shelter Management Committee, began its annual inspection process in February this year. Each year, NADMA assesses buildings such as schools, churches, and community centers and select private structures to determine their suitability as emergency shelters. Inspection teams actively evaluate facilities across mainland Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. According to Dr. Walters, the 150 shelters listed last year, along with additional proposed sites, were carefully reviewed to ensure they meet safety and readiness standards before the list was submitted to Cabinet. Until that list is officially approved, those 150 shelters remain the designated shelters. The 2025 Atlantic hurricane season is predicted to be particularly active. The United States National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration forecasted a range of 13 to 19 named storms, with 6 to 10 of those expected to become hurricanes, and including 3 to 5 major hurricanes. These projections are driven by record warm Atlantic sea surface temperatures and the anticipated transition from El Niño conditions, the periodic warming of sea surface temperatures, to La Niña conditions, the periodic cooling of sea surface temperatures, both of which tend to enhance storm development. With this heightened threat, preparedness efforts such as shelter inspections are especially critical. NADMA reminds residents that their home is the primary shelter during a storm or hurricane. Individuals are strongly encouraged to secure their homes ahead of the season. If there are concerns about a home's ability to withstand severe weather, residents should consider sheltering with family or friends. Government-designated emergency shelters should only be used as a last resort. Reporting for GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
Calls for balanced AI regulation across CARICOM. More news to come. Do stay with us.
Like a freestyle, the life block flowing mile by mile. It's legacy, a beat that don't stop like Bob Marley said. One love on top. The sewage water out of sight, but it's always wrong. Don't lose the light. From factories and wells so deep, corals, mangroves and fish they weep. Green water for the garden, keep it green. Save the cash and the earth gets clean. We use the water with a mindful mind. It's out of sight but never far behind. In nature, the answers always flow. Like water running pure, the cycle grows. It renews itself, same drop, same beat. It's all good, man, you got the heat. Water flow, water flow. No clean water, no pipes we grow. Protect our water, protect our future.
Time to go. How many times do I have to tell you I'm committed to us?
She made me feel some measure of warmth, maybe even passion. If I decide to do this, I'll be doing it for you, no one else.
Labukan presents Rivals, playing at Labukan Creative Center, GCNA Complex, all weekends in May, Saturdays 8 p.m., Sundays 6 p.m., and Deluxe Cinema Grenville, Saturday, June 7, 8 p.m. Tickets from Grenadian Optical, Labukan, St. Andrew's Pharmacy, and Go to Fit at $75. Sponsors Bryden and Miners Limited, Knights Auto, Sandals, GBN, Republic Bank, Trios Auto, Co-op Bank, and Huggins. It's Rivals by Francis Uriah Peters. Don't you miss it.
You better come back, boy. You better come back.
Sporting fans, ready yourselves for the most anticipated Winston-Tide games, June 7th and 8th at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Come support our athletes as they compete with some of the region's best in the field events and on the tracks. Save the date, June 7th and June 8th, Winston-Tide games at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Stay tuned for more info. Winston-Tide game 2025.
I want $10 on Playway, $20 back up on Pick 3, and cash for each, please. Okay, are you adding multi-X to your bet? Yes, multi-X, all of them. Smart. Best value bet. Backup and multi-X, you cannot go wrong. Don't matter the bet, multi-X all of the daily games.
With multi-X added, your winnings can be multiplied 3 times, 5 times, even 7 times. So make it a rule. Add multi-X to all your Playway, daily Pick 3, and daily cash for bets every day and for every drop, and watch your money grow. Available at stores and online.
You heard it here. Multiply your winnings daily. Must be 18 or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
ACB, speed, start, manage, expand. Don't call me small. I'm dreaming big. I'm gonna have it all. ACB, speed, start, manage, expand. They came on all my competition, got the whole bag's attention. ACB, best financial solution. My business has a good reputation. Ready for success? Call us at 444-4919 or visit us at acbonline.com to learn more. Start, manage, expand your business today.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA-Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, so no. Fully 1 week. Nah. Telling you. You them massive dragon. Hello. You see that? About 10 that them make a hard day, man. Me a 38 day, man. But you man 92. Yeah. You need the number one run, man. That easy. No what? Nice. Yeah. Number one. Yeah, me too, man.
Whether sipped neat, mixed into a classic cocktail, or savored on the rocks, our rum delivers a taste that captivates and satisfies. Choose greatness. Choose Class Cook, the number one rum. Produced by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Whether you're refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
Barbados Prime Minister Mia Amor Motley says a balance must be struck in the regulation of artificial intelligence, stressing that it will be a major issue for CARICOM going forward. The Barbados leader, who currently serves as chairman of CARICOM, was speaking at the opening of the 13th Republican Parliament in Port of Spain. The matter was raised by Trinidad and Tobago's President, Christine Kangaloo, who urged Parliament to act swiftly on AI legislation, noting the rare opportunity to lead the region in proactive technology regulation. President Kangaloo welcomed the establishment of a Ministry of Public Administration and Artificial Intelligence by the new government, but cautioned that it must be followed by laws to mitigate future risks. Prime Minister Motley also noted that several critical issues were addressed in the president's speech. She praised Trinidad and Tobago's leadership as inspiring for young girls, highlighting that the country's president, prime minister, and opposition leader are all women.
And how we strike the balance between regulation and allowing it to flourish is going to be critical. On the other issues with respect to ensuring that we can make lives easier for the families of persons who have to take care of people with Alzheimer's, that is also critical. Ensuring that we do a better deal for the disabled persons. In my own country, we have just We had a commission on persons with disabilities, and it recommended a range of actions. We just passed legislation. We're in the midst of trying to ensure that our physical infrastructure is adapted. We introduced new payments for persons from the National Insurance Scheme for persons with disabilities. So these things are important to our citizens across the region. I think that is a good thing for the young girls to see that they can aspire to all offices, whether political, whether within the context of other areas of endeavor. It's an empowering experience for them to see that it is possible.
Stay with us. We'll have sports and international news right after the break.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Anse, Victoria Street, Grenville, and Central Deputy Street, Wall. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
What if you had a choice? A choice of joining a line or a choice of making your purchases online? What would you choose? While you ponder on that, the National Lotteries Authority has provided another purchasing option. All their games are now available online. Yes, Grenadians, from wherever you are, purchase your favorite daily and jackpot type games using any electronic device. Register on the NLA's website at www.nla.gd. Top up your account and enjoy online lottery gaming at your convenience. We're taking shopping comfort up, up, up several notches, but the choice is yours. Join a line or buy online. NLA, make your dreams come true.
Attention all divers, snorkelers and underwater enthusiasts. Effective May 15th, 2025, all visitors to the renowned Mullinair Underwater Sculpture Park will be required to pay a small fee of US $3.50 or EC $10 per person. These fees are essential to support the ongoing maintenance and repairs of the sculptures, as well as the development of new features to ensure the park remains a world-class attraction. Payment can be made through the Grenada Tourism Authority's online payment portal, available on the Pure Grenada website, www.puregrenada.com. We thank you for your support in enhancing this extraordinary underwater product. This announcement is brought to you by the Grenada Tourism Authority and the Ministry of Tourism, dedicated to protecting and conserving Grenada's resources for the enjoyment of all.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
Good evening, sports fans. In England withstood all-rounder Hayley Matthews' brilliance to win the third and final T20 by 17 runs and complete a dominant series clean sweep in Charlotte Edwards and Nat Skipper Brunt's first series in charge. Matthews was playing a lone hand in West Indies' pursuit of 145 for a consolation win at Chelmsford, but a rain delay with 48 runs required from the last 26 balls disrupted the chase. They slipped from 109 for 3 to 127 for 8, with Lauren Bell claiming the game-changing wicket of Matthews for a sublime 71 from 54 balls in the 18th over. Bell finished an exceptional spell with figures of 2 for 11, while there were also 2 wickets each for fellow Quickham Arlott and spinners Lindsay Smith and Charlie Dean. Matthews claimed 3 for 32 in England's 144 for 5, leading West Indies' much improved bowling performance, but former captain Heather Knight's unbeaten 66 from 47 balls ensured England just had enough runs on the board. A 3-match one-day international series begins in Derby on Friday, but England will be waiting on Knight's fitness after she couldn't take the field in the second innings because of a hamstring problem suffered during her knock. Casey Carty recorded triple figures for the second time in succession as West Indies avoided defeat in their ODI series with Ireland. West Indies captain Shea Hope saluted the determination of his side after they claimed a draw in their one-day series against Ireland. Casey Carty played another starring role for the Windies in the third match at Clontarf, hitting his second consecutive century as it prevailed by 197 runs under the Duckworth-Lewis Stern method. After Ireland won the first match of the series by 124 runs, the second ended without a result due to a washout, as only West Indies managed to play their innings. Carty led the way with a personal best ODI tally of 170, while Hope chipped in with 75 off as many balls as West Indies recorded a total of 385, their highest ODI figure at Clontarf. That set Ireland a target of 363 due to a reduction of overs because of rain. Cade Carmichael top scored with 48 off 63 deliveries, but the hosts, who lost 8 wickets for 165, finished way short of their target. 5 teams came away with victories over the weekend as the Premier League kicked off its 2025 season. FC Cameroon came away with a 4-0 win over Shamrock. Defending champion Paradise were also in winning rows, completing a 3-0 whitewash of Northeast Stars. Also in the winners' row over the weekend was Carib Hurricanes, who came away with a 2-goal margin of victory over Hard Rock. Meanwhile, Grenville-based Saab Spartans also opened their campaign on game day 1. They beat QPR 2-0. Newly promoted St. David also kicked off their 2025 season over the weekend. Disappointed, though. They went under to St. John SC 2-0, goals to nil. And still with football, with excitement ripe in the air with the start of the new Premier League season last weekend, FA boss Marlon Glean has been considering ways to improve the sport locally.
I believe what we haven't done, and we haven't done properly, is the investment in grassroots and youth development, youth competition. We have not done a good job there because the rest of the world are taking off. We've seen amazing players. Look at Lamine from Spain. This is a little kid who is an amazing player. So if a kid like that can come out of Spain, there's no reason why a kid like that cannot come out from Saab or Moncton or Paradise. There's no reason why we cannot get them out. The problem is, you know, in the US right now, if you're 6 years old, and you play football, you probably play about 100 matches every year, a 6-year-old. Whereas in the Eastern Caribbean, a 6-year-old probably not playing any competitive football. So when that kid in the US goes from 6 to 7 to 8, and by the time he's 13, he's probably playing 140 matches in a year. Our top players in Grenada, the Premier League, is probably playing 30, maybe 40 matches an entire year. So then the gap keeps getting wider and wider because our players are not playing enough football.
The Knicks found themselves down by as much as 20 points in the first half, but they kept chipping away at Indiana's lead. After finishing the third quarter on a 7-2 run, they had cut the lead to 10, then extended that run into the fourth with Karl Anthony Towns catching absolute fire. The All-Star big man scored 20 points in the fourth, pushing New York in front with 8 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the game. Ultimately, it was Jalen Brunson making the clutch bucket down the stretch with the game knotted up at 98. He made a floater to put the Knicks up 2 with 1 minute 17 seconds to go, while a pair off of Josh Hart, his free throws put the game out of reach. The Knicks' victory cuts the Pacers series lead to 2-1 and will allow New York the opportunity to tie the series on Tuesday night. The Timberwolves and Oklahoma City Thunder meet in Game 4 of the best-of-7 Western Conference Finals on Monday night at Target Center. The game tips off at 7:30 p.m. and will be televised on ESPN. In Game 3 on Saturday night, the Wolves made history with a 143-101 victory over the Thunder. After digging themselves into a 0-2 hole, Minnesota is 1 game away from completely getting out of it and tying the series at 2-2. The Thunder are the top seed in the West and swept the Memphis Grizzlies in the first round before eliminating 2023 NBA champion Denver in a 7-game series. The Timberwolves are the 6th seed, but need only 5 games in each series to beat the Los Angeles Lakers and Golden State Warriors. And that's what's been happening in sports. And now for a look at what's been happening around the region and the wider globe today. Venezuela's ruling Socialist Party secured a commanding majority in the National Assembly in Sunday's elections, winning nearly 83% of votes, according to the Electoral Authority. The contest was marked by deep division among the parties opposed to the government of President Nicolás Maduro. Al Jazeera's Teresa Bow reports.
Venezuelans headed to the polls on Sunday to elect governors and members of the National Assembly in an election the opposition called a sham. But President Nicolás Maduro said the government dismantled a network whose aim was to sabotage the elections.
We did it. We managed to hold the election without incidents and managed to defeat the violence that terrorists had prepared for the country. The violent ones, the fascists.
But members of the opposition say those detained during the government raids were human rights activists, journalists, and members of the opposition, including Juan Pablo Guanipa, a close ally of opposition leader Maria Corina Machado, who boycotted the elections. Machado said on Sunday the majority of the Venezuelans disobeyed the government and did not vote.
Today, the country crushed them once again. With intelligence and acting with our strategy, we revealed this great farce. People did what they feared, they massively disobeyed them. A conscientious and brave disobedience.
The government also elected a governor and 8 members of the National Assembly to represent the Essequibo region, an area Venezuela claims but is controlled by Guyana. In the past years, Venezuela has made efforts to assert control over this oil-rich area, creating tension with its South American neighbor that considers Venezuela's claims a threat. The dispute is now before the International Court of Justice.
The election has a historical and symbolic meaning that we as Venezuelans have to applaud, because it ratifies the democratic and peaceful position of Venezuela and ratifies the historic position we have over the Essequibo.
The the election allowed the ruling party to celebrate what it considers a victory. But for many in the country, it was a farce. Teresa Bo, Al Jazeera.
Leaders of several Asian nations are gathering for the annual ASEAN Summit, taking place in Malaysia's capital, Kuala Lumpur. And it's happening in the shadow of a looming global trade war after U.S. President Donald Trump imposed sweeping tariffs.
As Malaysia took up the chairmanship of ASEAN at the start of the year, the biggest issue facing the regional bloc was the likely fallout from a trade war between China and the then incoming administration of US President Donald Trump. 4 months on, ASEAN itself is in the crosshairs of Trump's tariffs.
The uncertainty is very high, actually. We are still not very certain of whether this tariff will stay on or it's going to be lifted. As you can see, Donald Trump, every week there's news coming up. Yeah? So this is where it's going to be a big challenge for the entire supply chain.
Previous summits have been marred by tensions about China's expanding influence, especially in the South China Sea. But ASEAN members now seem to favor collaboration in the face of their shared tariff burden.
I would say that to the Chinese, they maybe want to look into other markets. And this would give us an opportunity as well to work with the Chinese manufacturers to explore other untapped markets by the Chinese. And I'm talking about the Middle East, I'm talking about Turkey.
As ASEAN now looks to deepen ties with its biggest trading partner, China, so it's also looking to strengthen links with other blocs in Europe, the Middle East and other parts of Asia, which are also trying to navigate the turbulence created by the Trump administration. The number and seniority of delegations from those locations seems to indicate a heightened interest in forging closer ties with Southeast Asia.
The importance and the strategic relevance of ASEAN have increased tremendously over the last 3 months. ASEAN has what is known as the convener power. As and when ASEAN would like to enlist and solicit all the major powers to come to this part of the world.
This summit coinciding with an upending of the system of global trade that could see ASEAN emerging with a greater international reach. Rob McBride, Al Jazeera, Kuala Lumpur.
That's what's been happening around the world today. And now for a recap of tonight's top stories. St. Andrew family escapes death as mango tree crashes into their home as they sleep. Mary G vessel drifts into Venezuelan waters after engine troubles on the high seas. Grenada Postal Corporation workers downed tools, claiming unsafe working conditions at the Burns Point facility. And MWAG donates essential supplies to Victoria School for Special Education. In regional news, Maduro triumphs in Venezuelan election, boycotted by the opposition. And in international news, Trump's tariff stop agenda at ASEAN summit in Malaysia. In sports, Hayley Matthews shines despite T20 clean sweep by the English, while West Indies men avoided defeat in their ODI series with Ireland. If you missed any part of this newscast, there'll be a rebroadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Stasia Blake, and that's the news. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again.
our part of the world, we need to be prepared for natural disaster